Hey, welcome back to edtech. Today I am going to teach you another JavaScript array method, and this is called every. It's not a very popular method, but it's still important for you to understand what is every in order to solve JavaScript algorithms. So let's get started without wasting much time. Okay. Let's start with an example array. Let result be a number array with 25, 15, 20, 90. Yeah. Now what I want to do is work the every method here. So when I work an every method over this, it will implement the provided function, and what happens is it will pass through a set test and on each and every element. In other words, each and every element of this array will pass through a set test, and once any element will fail the test, then the method will return a boolean statement false, and if it passes, then it returns. Once every element passes, then it will return the boolean statement true. But for failure, even if one element fails, it will return the statement false. So this is how it happens. So let's see how it happens. Let's work upon this. Dot every, and then the parenthesis. Okay. Function. So let this function work upon it. Let's call it function number. So what should it return? Okay, so what should it return? Sorry, I mistaken. Just deleted this. Okay. Return number. So I want to return a number which is like less than 250, right? Okay. Now let's console log for it. Let's print out the result. True. Why? Because in this array, as we can actually see manually, all of it is less than 250. And what if I say less than 25? Yes, we still have something less than 25, but one of them, this is the reality here. As you can see, less than 25, 15 is less than 25, 20 is less than 25, right? So it should come true, but no, it comes false. Why? Because as I said earlier, for this function every, this method, even if one element passes through the test and fails, then it will return the boolean statement false. Like here, only 90, the element 90 fails because it's not less than 25. So just for that element, the result will be false. So this is the every method. Okay. Now, so let this remain here. Now let's consider, I'll just work upon this itself. Okay, so let me consider another array. Let's call it const array. Yeah, let it be 25, 35, 10 and 7, these numbers. Okay, so now what condition do I want to place here? The condition is const. I consider another function, const is more than 200. So const, I call it const is more than 200. So I call upon this function equal to, I use an arrow function as we have done earlier, equal to a number. Yeah, equal to number where the condition is num greater than 200. Yeah. So I placed a condition, I placed a condition, then I used this function to implement. That is a callback function which is called is more than 200. Then I placed a condition which is number more than 200 or greater than 200, and then we see how this result works by using the every method. So let result, I call upon I consider another array where we do this every method. Array or arr.every. So the function name I have to call in the parameter is more than 200. Yeah. So this is how you use the every method. Whatever array was provided, dot every, and then within the parameter I mention the function name. And then I want to print out the result. Let's see. False. The same thing, because which one, is there anything more than 200? Nothing is more than 200. Each and every element is less than 200. So obviously it will come false. Okay. Now let's see in various ways how we can use this every method. Okay. Let's consider different scenarios. This is false. Okay. So let's consider another function, or let's consider an age array. Let's call it const ages. 27, 28, 32 and 35. So this is an ages array with these ages mentioned here. So now I want to place a condition that the voting age is going to be 21. So how do I mention that? Const voting age equals 21. Placed a condition here. Okay. Now let's do the every method here. So I want to know who all can vote, right? Okay, so can vote. Who can vote? So short form can vote. Yeah, let's find equals ages dot every function. Then the parameter that you have to mention the age. Yeah, so function age. So what you want to return? You want to return an age element which is greater than or equal to voting age. So the can vote will be the idea is to return an age which is greater than the voting age. Sorry, spelling mistake. Greater than or equal to the voting age. Don't forget the semicolon here. Okay, so we have voting age supposed to be 21. Then we have an ages array with these ages. Then we want to know like can vote array. What should it return? The condition is it should return ages which are greater than equal to, that age is going to be greater than or equal to the voting age as per the function age implemented. So let's see, let's get the result for the can vote. Console.log, let's print the result for can vote. So the result is true. Now why is this true? Because the voting age more than or equal to 21. Yes, 27 is more than 21, 28, 32, 35. All of it as per the condition is more than 21, which is actually the voting age. So the condition is fulfilled. It passes the test of the given or the provided condition. So since it is passing the provided callback functions test, each and every element passes the test. So the reply, so it will be returning a boolean statement true. Yeah. So this is how it goes. Okay. So let's see the result again. True. Okay. Now let's consider another array. Like this is an array of objects. Let's see how the test is carried out in an array, object array, right? So let's say it's const candidates equals you already know what is an object, right? Object is like a person with some identity and properties. So here candidate is an object with these properties like identity. Like for example, it has an identity, it has a name property, it has marks property, and all the values are provided. So here name, let's say the first name is Peter. Marks (60), then comma, next one, name term marks $80. Yet one more name, one more name, Shelly, marks 50. So we have a candidates object array here with these names and properties. First one name is Peter, marks 60. Name Tom, marks 80. Shelly, marks 50. So what's the pass marks? Const. We have to make this known. What is the pass marks available? The condition. So the condition for passing is 40. You have to get a mark or score of 40. Pass marks equals 40. This is specified here. Yeah. So now let's see who are the candidates who passed with the particular specific condition. So const and what it wants to return. Const candidates passed will be, how do you do that? Candidates, from the candidates array that is provided here. Here, const candidates. So candidates dot every candidate, the arrow function. It works upon each and every candidate, right? Then it works upon each and every candidate to find the candidate marks. Candidate, singular number. Each element, remember every element. Dot marks, which is greater or equal to the pass mark. Yeah. Why? Because you are trying to find out the candidates who passed. So if you want the candidates to pass, what is the criteria? The criteria is it has to be 40 marks. 40. The score has to be 40. So here, when you're trying to find the candidates who pass, then the callback function, arrow function, will work upon each and every candidate and get to each and every candidate's marks, and then make sure that it is greater or equal to 40, because the criteria is it has to be 40. So you have to return something which is greater or equal to the pass marks, because the pass marks value already provided above. Then only you know that they are the candidates who passed. And then you print out the result, console.log. Candidates passed. That is the result. Let's check the result. Oh, made a mistake here. Candidates passed. Candidate.marks, pass marks, greater than equal to, where did we go wrong? Candidate, candidates.every, const candidates. Oh yeah, I forgot 2 commas here by mistake, typo. Okay, now it should be fine. There you go, the answer is true. So, why? Because as you can see, each and every one of them gets a score greater than 40. So let's purposely, deliberately change one of the value to below 40. This 50, let me make it like 20. And then check out the result. It comes false. See? Because according to the every method, even if one candidate, like in this case Shelly, will fail, she gets score or marks which is below the pass marks criteria of 40. So she fails. The rest passes, but it will return a boolean statement false. It will return a boolean statement false because one of the element or one of the candidate fails. So that is the rule of every. Even if one person fails or one element does not pass the test, the returning boolean statement will be false as per the rules of the syntax for every method. Okay, let's consider another one. Now you can just have simple function. Let's consider an array. Let numbers equals 1 2 3 4 5. Haha. Don't forget your basic calculation. Yep. Okay. Now let's say let's think of another condition. I want to get like even numbers. Yeah. So let even equals numbers dot every function. So this is a callback function. What I want to return sorry, I forgot to write the parameter E, because E stands for elements. Yeah, this should come here. I'm so sorry. Okay, so what do I want to return? I want to return even number. So what's the condition for even number? E percent of 2, quotient should be 0, right? 0. So let's check out the result. Does it return true or false? Console.log I forgot some something here in the syntax. Comma here. Okay, now we are all set. I forgot the comma in between the numbers. Typo. Let numbers be an array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So even numbers. Numbers.every function. So I'm using a callback function here that works upon each and every element. Each and every element will pass through this test, which want to check whether there is an even number. So it will return e% of 2 equal to 0, that is even number. I want to say that these numbers are even. That's what I'm trying to say. But whether will it be true or false, I need to run this test and check. So console.log even, it's false. Why? Simple. Because it's not all of them even. Like you can see, 3 is not an even number, 1 is not an even number. So obviously the boolean statement will report false. Okay, what if you want to say you want to check for odd number? E% of 2 not equal to. False again. Why? Because not all of them are odd. There are even numbers here. So obviously even if 1 is false, then the boolean statement returned will be false. Now let's do something else with every. Let's say we want to find a range of elements if the range is specified within a specified range using every method. So let numbers, instead of numbers, let's call it num, because we already used number array before, so it will not work here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, the comma. Why is the comma not coming? Okay, just 4. Let num be this array. Okay, let the range be minimum 0, maximum, let's say 10, minimum 0, maximum, this is the range, maximum 10. So let's check the result which is within the range. So I call it let isInRange. I name it let isInRange. So you know what it means. So it will be numbers. Oh, it's num, sorry. Num.every, calling the every method, function, parameter should be the element, e. This is the callback function. Yeah. So what I want to return the element or e which is greater than or equal to this dot minimum. So it has to be greater than this dot minimum, means whatever minimum range is given, it has to be more than that. And then so how do I show and in JavaScript? And this symbol, and e is less than or equal to, obviously, this dot max. So the range is, it is more than 0, more or equal to 0, and less than or equal to 10. This is the range. This is how we use the syntax for saying within the range. And then I write a comma here and initialize with a range. Why? Because whatever range I get here, I want to say that the reason I'm using the range here as an argument here is because I'm trying to find the range. Yeah, so that's why I write the argument range also in the result. Okay, so after the test is concluded and it goes through each and every element to see whether it passes this range, yeah, passes the test of being within this range, then after that we print out the result is in range. Check the result. It's true. Okay. Why? Because as you can see in the numbers, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. All of it passes through the every test, and it decides that it has to pass the test. Why? Because it's more than 0 and less than 10. Yeah. However, if like here, let's say there was one number which is 11, it will give false, because even though the rest of them are passing, the last one, 11, doesn't pass the test. It doesn't fall within the range provided. So the console log will give a result of false. That is how it works. Okay. I'll just give you one more last example similar to this, but this is an object array. If the more examples you work with, the more you get to have a feel of it, that's why. So let's consider another object array, const items. So the item property name, let's say we consider I just call it like potato. And then this price, that is another property, price. Let's say price is $10. And then the stock is the stock available or not. So I say the stock is available, then I write true, right? Comma. Another one, name, let's say onion, yeah, and then comma, price is, let's say $2, comma, stock is, let's say true, so we are let's consider an object array const items. So it has 3 items. One is name property is potato, price is $10, stock true because it's available. Then another item which is onion, price is $2 and the stock true, that means stock is available. And then we have like one more item. So the name property is, let's say, name property chilies. Okay. Price is $5. Stock is false. That means it's not available. I want to say the stock is false, meaning it's not available. Yeah, so that's about it. Just 3 is enough. Short and sweet. Haha. Okay. So now let's use the every method on this object array to find the items which are in stock. So this is one of the uses of this method. Const is in stock equals, oh, not stock, oh, okay, equals items, because that's the name of our initial array, items dot every item, each and every item, right? Single. Okay, item. Then the arrow function, let's use the arrow function here. Okay, so it will work upon the item stock. We need to check on the item stock, each and every item dot stock. Remember the dot notation. Okay, item dot stock. So it's checking on the stock of each and every item. So that's called item dot stock. The dot notation to check on the stock of each item. Yeah, and then print out the result. Console.log on is in stock. That's it. Simple. It's false. Why do you think it is false? Because as you can see here, you're checking the stock. The first two, stock is true, remember? Stock is true. Here I made a spelling mistake. Stock. Okay, the stock, first two is stock is true, is available. The last one, stock is false. So it will give out a boolean statement false. However, if I make all of it true, then it will be true. It's true. So this is how it works. Yeah. So this is all about the every method, which uses a test, and then a callback function, then a condition specified, and sometimes a range, whatever, and then it checks the result of the test and then returns a boolean statement. If every element passes, then the boolean statement returned is true. Even if one of the element fails the test, then it stops doing the looping. It will stop doing the test, and it will return the statement as false, the boolean statement false. So this is how it works. So since this is a Diwali season, so I want to wish you a happy Deepavali for all those who are celebrating this. Otherwise, a happy November, haha. Okay, and a happy birthday to me, ha ha ha. Okay, stay safe, stay subscribed, wash your hands regularly. Okay, I hope everyone is staying safe and staying subscribed as well. In case you haven't yet subscribed, and if you feel that you're getting some value from my tutorials, do remember to subscribe so that at least I can hit my subscription at 100 level. I'm not yet 100 yet at the subscription level. Okay, see you in the next tutorial.